Here we have something really cool for the photographers amongst you. Nathan, Still Moving's resident retouching guru, has put together a brand new series looking at how you can use Apple's latest iPad Pro with Photoshop and an Apple Pencil to be able to retouch some high quality fashion images. He's taking you through this shoot that he did in New York, showing you everything that he's doing to get those images up to a standard where we would be happy to use them, including some really cool non-destructive workflows. So over to Nathan, let's jump in.
Hello and welcome to our series about Photoshop on the iPad. In this series, we're going to be looking at how we can implement a non-destructive workflow for retouching on Photoshop for iPad. We're going to start off in Lightroom, where we're going to import a few of our images from a fashion shoot we did in New York late last year. I plugged the memory card directly into my iPad Pro, and I'm able to just import them onto files and then import them into Lightroom. The first thing that I always do before retouching is I adjust the crop. A lot of photographers will skip over this part when they're editing, and I find it's a big shame because your crop can really change the impact that your image has. Here we're going to put a bit of an angle on the image. Here you can see all the buildings now slanting to the right, whereas our model in the middle is slanting to the left, making us stand out a lot more. It's really important to prepare your files before you retouch. Make sure your highlights are balanced and your shadows are balanced, so that when we go into a final grade, we've got enough information to pull and push. Lightroom on the iPad is great because I can still use my localized adjustments just like as I would on a computer. So here I'm using the Apple Pencil to just drag the gradient from the top, and I can dive in, change the color, change the luminance. I've found using the Apple Pencil fantastic on the iPad. Normally I would use a Wacom tablet, the Intuos Medium Pro, which can sense tilt and pressure, which is really important for retouching. It's actually a great experience to retouch directly onto a screen. Previously I have used the more expensive Wacom screens for this, but it's not quite the same. As I can be sat on my sofa and retouch, I can be sat on a beanbag, I can be sat at a desk. It's the same experience, it's great. When we're ready to start retouching our image, we can go up to the top right and click share and copy straight to Photoshop. And it will load our image directly into Photoshop without any compression. In the next part, we're going to be in Photoshop, diving into the tools and how we can use them to implement a non-destructive workflow and make sure our layers and our folders are clearly structured to allow us to revert backwards.